your chickens, they have yellow legs. I was told that only those chickens that eat from outside, they're the ones that can have those yellow legs.
For us, we sat down and we saw to profit from local poultry, to get millions from local poultry, you put these birds into the chicken coop so that you can be able to collect very many eggs and then put them into the incubator. You'll be able to know which bird is sick. You'll be able to vaccinate them very well and give them the quality food. But on the market, people know that local birds have yellow legs and yellow flesh.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of research and we found out that Russian Comfrey plant has that element that can enable these birds to have that nutrient, that natural nutrient that can make the yellow yolk egg, yellow legs and yellow flesh. So that's Russian Comfrey plant. It's natural plants. It came from Russia. So that does the miracle here. Some people call it a magical plant. Have you ever heard about it?
No.
Where I could spend like 5 million, I'm spending something like 2 million or 2 or 3 million.
Wow.
So I'm seeing that there's a lot of more benefits or more market in feeding this Russian Comfrey.
The first time I encountered this plant, actually, my mother had brought it at home, and she was like, we are going to eat this plant. And I was like, it's rough, eh? When you touch it, it's rough. Let's remove that roughness and we eat it. You know how we eat pumpkin leaves, eh? So she was like, we are going to steam it over matoke and then we'll eat it. It's so medicinal, and things like that. So I asked her, what's the name? How is it called? She was like, I don't know, but they told me it's good for, those old age diseases. And it's even more mind-blowing that Nabil here is actually the biggest farmer of Russian Comfrey in Africa. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me in the comment section below if you think I'm wrong. To start off, Nabil, what is this plant, this one?
In Uganda, people know it as a chidochenkoko.
Really?
That's how they call it.
Really? I didn't know the Luganda name.
They call it chidochenkoko.
Okay.
But actually, that is a wrong name because it's not only for chicken. Okay. It's for also other birds. I have a farmer that has cows. So he gives them to his cows. Actually, he has a milling machine. He mills them and gives them to his cows. So it's a plant for all animals. So the good thing is this plant, it has that consistency. You can harvest it. The more you harvest it, the more it grows big.
What triggered you? What motivated you to start growing this particular plant?
When we were still young, our father had layers. So he had something like 6 to 7 plants of Russian Comfrey. So when I started doing research in poultry, I found out that a farmer to be successful in the venture of poultry would need this plant. Okay. So I started multiplying it slowly by slowly. Right now, I'm able to produce 10,000 seedlings per week.
Maybe someone would love to know, how does it multiply? Because this is a plant. Can you show us how does it multiply that fast?
I can have this on this one. Okay. For example, this one, I planted. When you look at this garden, it is a newborn garden.
What do you mean newborn?
I first people who have been following me. I remember showing this garden in the last season, before this rainy season. These are newborn plants. So they're like 1.5 months. So those other plants that were inside this garden, I was able to give them to my birds and also give the leaves to my birds and the stems and roots, sell them to other farmers. So just within 1.5 months, they're able to reproduce again. So I just get one seedling. For example, I get a hole, I dig out these seedlings, then I take back, I plant one seedling. Then, for example, this one can have something like 8 seedlings. Okay. I plant one and sell the 7. Or the 7.
It has seedlings down there.
Yes.
Do you mind uprooting one so that we can see?
No problem. So, when it's a rainy season, even 1 month is enough for it to be ready to give on your animals. Okay. So it can multiply. it grows. It doesn't need a lot of care. Giving it insecticide, doing it. The only thing you have to manage is to manage the weed. But the good thing with it, once it grows at this stage, right now as it is, there's the way how it makes these weeds not to grow again. Because now it's taller than the weeds right now.
So it sits on them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's interesting. Yeah, I can see it has sat on this kind of weed. So can you, if you have a smaller space, you know, I know we can't have it like at your capacity, but if I have a smaller space, can I intercrop it with other plants? Is it possible?
Very, very, very possible. Do you know that Russian Comfrey has NPK?
So, the hole is here. Thank you.
It has NPK. For example, Russian Comfrey, it can be used to make a natural organic fertilizer. When you get Russian Comfrey, for example, when I plant my maize, I don't need to go and buy these fertilizers.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you just get these Russian Comfrey leaves, you ferment them for 3 weeks into the bucket, for example. After 3 weeks, you get the water, you put it into the spraying ground, jerry can, then you spray your crops. It has NPK. And those people that have rabbits, when you combine it with rabbit urine, it makes it marvelous.
Really?
So that means, for example, here, if I propagate this, if I try to, for example, I want to transplant these plants to another garden, and within this hole, I put there a maize plant. The maize will grow very big and faster, because Russian Comfrey impacts the soil and makes the soil more fertile. So it has no effect on the soil. Rather, it makes the soil better and fertile.
Wow. He's going to take us through the process of the simple procedures of how I can cultivate this plant here. I think you're going to start by showing us the seedlings as you mentioned. The hole is here. So you start.
Yeah, before I start, people were saying all over Africa, and they were challenging me, people in Kenya, they were challenging me, saying that Russian Comfrey has seeds. And we made research, and we found that the Russian Comfrey doesn't have seeds.
It doesn't?
Yes. The only way to plant it is propagating it from the mother plant. Like, for example, this one. So the mother plant is those 6 plants that my father planted. For him, he didn't know he didn't have that knowledge. But me, I did the research, and I knew that I can use those 6 plants to propagate to reach these numbers. So the only way is only propagating from them mother plant.
Maybe, is it because it has flowers? Because when you look at, this is a flower, and we usually know that if a plant has a flower, it produces a fruit, right? Could it be the reason? That's what they thought, but
it's not. We tried it because those flowers and tried to make beds, but we failed.
Really?
So the scientists told us the only way how to plant Russian Comfrey is propagating it from the mother plant.
Okay, let's propagate. Me, I'm going to plant it at home. Okay.
What I think, I planted one seedling. And now, if you see this one has like 2 seedlings. You have a knife, 2 seedlings. Yeah, now there are 2. These are.
Which ones are the seedlings?
These are the seedlings. For example, like this one.
This is one.
This is one. One. If you cut this one, for example, for me, I get a knife and I cut into 2. Those are 2. Okay. These are 3. 4. Because these are still young.
They can't.
It's not advisable to propagate the young ones. These are young. These are just 1 month. Okay. But when they are old, to have like 10 seedlings at once. So what do? You get 1 seedling, you take it back like this one. Okay. You take it back into. You dig another hole. After, for example, this one. After planting one, you get another hole. You dig another hole. I see, as I told you, it's very difficult Russian Comfrey to die. Even if I don't put back another seedling, it will come back. But to be on a sure deal, yes, it will come back. If I leave the hole like this and I go, for example, the root is still there. Can you see the root? Yeah. The root is still there. It will come back. But to be sure, I'll put back one seedling like this to be on a sure deal. So this one just needs water like for 3 days. It will be there, good to go. So you get these other seedlings like these ones, for example. Combine this one. I'll combine them for me.
And it will make a plant.
Yes, another plant. Because these are young, but when they are old, the seedlings will be big. The ones which are older in the village. So you go to another place.
Don't plant that one. I'll plant it at home.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So does it require a specific climate or a specific type of soil for it to grow?
As long as you see grass growing in that soil, just no Russian Comfrey can go there. It can go into swamp areas. It can grow into any area as long as grass grows in that place. But mostly, the only trick there is that Russian Comfrey at an earlier stage when it's young or when it has been propagated, when it's still at an earlier stage, it needs water. Okay. For example, right now it is a sunny season. You can water it in the morning and water it in the evening. But those farmers that would wish to do them in large numbers, because large numbers are not easy to water, I would advise them to target the rainy season, for example in August, and book and do an earlier booking and take their seedlings to plant.
I know most of you know that Russian Comfrey is fed on chickens, right? Have you realized any changes in your flock ever since you started feeding your chickens to Russian Comfrey?
What I realized first of all, I reduced on the cost of feeds. Remember, the cost of feeds started rising. It was in the end of April. It started rising. I had farmers crying, and I had very many farmers selling off their parental stocks. But me, I was already prepared. What I did, for example, in 100 parental stock, 100 birds, parental stock, they require 10 kilograms a day. What I did, I used to give them 6 kilograms. And then I give them like 10 kilograms of Russian Comfrey to make them like 16.
How do you measure it?
I using my measurement scale, the one you saw. So I get them. Before buying that milling machine, I used to use the knife. And people and I chop them into small pieces, put them into the bucket, put them on the measuring scale, see their kilo, mix them with my food, and give my birds. Do you know what happened to my flock?
No, what happened? That's what I want to find out.
My eggs I got a yellow yolk egg, first of all. My birds, their flesh turned into yellow.
Okay.
The legs turned into yellow. The bird became organic and very sweet. So I had to reduce on costs, and I had to also add value on my products. So when I saw that, and also remember in poultry, the game of poultry mostly relies on feeds. If you can play your cards very well on feeds, you make very many profits in poultry farming.
So how often do you harvest Russian Comfrey?
I harvest my Comfrey, but leaves every day. I give it every day, and I don't see them like reducing. I don't know why. Okay. The more I plow off the leaves, the more I see them growing. So by the way, I advise farmers, at least if you have them and you have not used them, at least go to your leaves, try to remove some leaves, at least, and put them into your soil. At least the more you remove them, the more to go more big in the soil. So
if someone wants to engage into Russian Comfrey production and they are still hesitant, they want to know, is there a market for this product?
There's market for this product, but the biggest market and the market that I advise my farmers to look for is the market of feeding their own birds. For example, I would advise, because the people I'm calling upon to buy these seedlings, already they have market for this product. They have their hens, they have their cows, they have their goats, they have their rabbits, they have their crops that they can spray using the organic organic fertilizer from this Russian Comfrey. So by the way, let me tell you one thing. The more benefit I get from Russian Comfrey at my farm, not through selling the seedlings. Okay. When I went into, I'm an accountant, I found out into my books of accounts that I saw that there's more profits that I get in Russian Comfrey when I feed my birds. Because of the feed reduction, where I could spend like 5 million, I'm spending something like 2 million or 2 or 3 million. Wow. So I'm seeing that there's a lot of more benefits or more market in feeding this Russian Comfrey to my price than selling. Even the same time last season, at which time I stopped farmers, and I told them to move to the next season. So that's what I see.
Okay, the biggest challenge we are having with these alternative materials to feeds, to commercial feeds, these alternatives to commercial feeds is the sustainability. If someone came today and asked for a certain amount of Russian Comfrey, they can feed to maybe 200,000 birds. Do you think you have that capacity?
I have a capacity right now, as per now, because I'm in plans of enlarging my farm again. I have a capacity right now, as per now, of producing 10,000 seedlings per week.
And those ones can feed like how many birds?
A lot of birds. Because 1,000 birds. If a farmer has 1,000 birds, I usually advise them to plant something like an half acre. Okay. An half acre can accommodate something like 800 seedlings, half acre. So the full acre can accommodate 1,600 seedlings. Okay. The good thing with this plant, it can be propagated to other areas. So you can use those 800 seedlings to make more seedlings. So every farmer, I can supply every farmer at whatever capacity they have. So for 200,000 birds, I can give him something like 10,000 seedlings are enough for him.
Wow, that's impressive. In chicken or in poultry farming, especially in modern poultry farming, we are embracing sustainable practices and practices that are climate friendly. Like you mentioned, this plant is good for fertilizing the soil. And I brought you this story because I want us to embrace such technologies that add value to our poultry products, but also they are very sustainable. They are alternatives to these skyrocketing prices of feeds, and in poultry, we want to break even. We want to break even by spending less and gaining more. Okay, that's the gospel we are preaching today with Nabil. Reach out to him for the seedlings. We're going to link his phone number in the description below. You can check it out. If you have more questions, I know there are things we didn't exhaust about Russian Comfrey, but all the information is on the internet. Go search, find out the components in this plant, what makes it so beneficial for our flock, and only then will you come to Mr. Nabil for more lessons. All right, have a good evening. I'm here at Rotoone Enterprises. I'm at their farm, okay, and it's amazing. All right, can you say bye to our viewers?
Bye-bye, our viewers.